Hey guys, this is your class recap for today, October 2nd, preparing you for your quiz on tomorrow, Wednesday. So I'm going to read the question and some possible answers for you. Hopefully you will be able to study this and know what you're doing for tomorrow, okay? So the first one is why was the Transcontinental Railroad needed? So the Transcontinental Railroad was needed because they wanted to really connect the United States. They wanted them to be united. So after the Civil War, now we're all united and we're all together as one country. So they really wanted to bind us together. So the second says, what were the two major companies that built the railroad? That's the Union Pacific and Central Pacific. So those are the two companies, Union Pacific and Central Pacific. What struggles did both companies have during this time? So the Union Pacific, they really struggled with their immigrant workers. They were not necessarily agreeing with the wages that they were given. They also went on strike. So some other things that they struggled with was, remember that long, large mountain that they had to break through. So they were like working 12-hour days. They were only getting 12 inches into the mountain. So those were some very major struggles that they had. The Central Pacific, the few of their struggles were bribery scandals. So a lot of people were supposed to be investing in the company, but they were really doing some underhanded things. They were supposed to be sending out these contracts for other people to bid on, but they were really only giving it to the one person, and that one person already had stock in the company, and so they were getting paid like double. They were cheating the government out of their money, so charging the government a whole lot of money to build this railroad. Okay, so that was a bribery scandal. Another struggle was like the Wild West. So when these men were getting paid, they were getting drunk, they were going to these little bars out in the middle of nowhere, which is where they were building the railroad, and they were shooting each other. Some of you were asking about the police, but there weren't established cities at this time, so there weren't police to come and do anything about it. So one of the quotes that you might remember was, we lost, like, for every one man that we lost due to like a railroad incident while we were building a railroad, 4 of them were getting shot from arguing with each other from late night drinking. So next, describe the struggles the immigrants faced working the railroad. One is definitely unfair treatment, long hours, low wages, no benefits, and they had to live in the tenements, or those houses or apartments that were really, really close together, close quarters, and a lot of them were getting sick from being around each other so closely. Next, how long did it take to travel across America before the railroad? 6 months. So in the covered wagon with the horse and carriage, that was 6 months. It took 6 years to complete the railroad. And after the railroad was completed, it took only 1 week to go from coast to coast. Those are your questions and answers. See you guys tomorrow.